Hello guys, welcome back to another one. It's Value for Viral. I hope you guys are all doing great and well. Do you guys know that processed meat causes cancer? That is exactly what we're going to be explaining in this video. Now, this is a very important video because it affects our lives. So please watch this till the end.
The fifth recommendation for cancer prevention is to limit the consumption of red meat and avoid processed meat. This is because eating red and processed meats are convincingly linked to bowel cancer. That doesn't mean that if you eat red and processed meats, you will get bowel cancer, but the more of these that people eat, the more likely they are to get bowel cancer.
There's a very important passage in the Bible that I want to quote for this video. It comes from Proverbs 9 verse 11. In the B part, it says, "By knowledge the righteous shall be delivered." By knowledge the righteous shall be delivered. It means that you can still be saved and die in bondage or live in bondage throughout your life. And we have seen this play out a lot of times in this world. We have seen this same movie, this same story play out a lot of times in this world because people are refusing to listen to the truth. Though they claim they are safe, they are still addicted to their heart desires, to their worldly desires, gluttony, sugary food, fatty food, and yet they die in cancer. They die in heart diseases in a very hopeless, frustrated state. It was never in God's plan for you to come to this world and die with a heart disease, or to die in cancer, or to die being sick. That was not part of God's plan. And that is why sometimes we have to really humble ourselves and listen to the truth and try to apply it. That is why Christianity is about sacrifice. It's not about listening. It's about sacrifice. You really have to sacrifice things that are not necessary, that are not important, in order for you to achieve your goal and your destiny that was originally planned by God. For the Bible says that I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans of good are not evil, to lead you to an expected end, not to come and die with cancer, or die in heart diseases, or die being sick, HIV, AIDS, or whatever. A lot of people in this world are suffering because they lack knowledge. And guys, it's not when you're sick that you want to start, oh, like, I wish I knew, I wish I didn't do this, I wish I... See guys, prevention is always better than cure. Prevention has always been better than the cure. And you don't want to wait till you have cancer before you pray for God to heal you. If you can avoid cancer, you should avoid it by all means necessary. Now on this channel, I've making videos particularly on sicknesses, illnesses, and all these things. And I told you guys that these companies, right, these Satanic companies, these satanic companies that are popular worldwide, and you guys are just like eating food and eating carelessly without even thinking about it or seeing how it helps your body. These companies are coming from the underworld, and some of these companies have even made deals with the devil only to thrive in this world because there's a lot of competition. And to really step out, you have to do something extra, if you know what I mean. And they are being inspired by the occultic world. That is why I told you guys that there was a revelation, a testimony of someone who went to hell and told us that she saw the logos of popular brands, popular companies in hell. They have their logos in hell. Yet we celebrate these companies in the real world. And even us Christians still go and buy food from these companies. Now it's very obvious. I don't have to explain this to you. We all know that processed food is not good. God created us for natural things. That's why he gave us the whole world. He gave us the whole, even in the Garden of Eden, there was no artificial food or artificial, everything was natural. And it has always been God's plan for us to live on natural things. Everything that is artificial does not really come from God. Okay, what comes from God is natural because God is divine, and we are also divine because we came from the source. So when we start mixing ourselves with all this rubbish, with all this AI, processed food, fake foods, and these fake foods make us lazy, spiritually weak, it makes us obese, and you are seeing how people are actually, one of the highest killers in the world right now is obesity. And people don't know that the reason why they put these sugars into our food is because they want to affect our heart. They're like, the devil has always been targeting the soul of mankind, and they know that your soul is attached to your heart. Your heart contains your soul, and if they can attack your soul, then they have destroyed you completely. That is why all this obesity is meant to target your heart. So when they know that you get heart disease, you will die early, you will die fast. Even if you spend your whole life in the hospital, you will still die anyways. We are measuring ourselves with technology. Like, all these things are keeping us away from our divine nature, and we complain that, okay, like the world is evil and all kinds of things. Meanwhile, we ourselves are flowing into that path. Now, processed meat causes cancer, and even if you go to the website, it's clearly stated that processed meat causes cancer. There's a strong evidence that processed meat causes cancer. Eating processed meat increases your risk of bowel and stomach cancer because your stomach was not created to be eating processed foods. More to say, these companies, they know that these foods are not good for the health, but this is all about Satan's plans of depopulation. They have a depopulation mechanism that is not coming from God, but it's coming from their own initiative on how to limit the world population. So they have big pharma, they have the food industry, they have the AI industry. So they're all working hand in glove, one way or another, to put this world in a downward spiral and get us under control one way or another. So processed meat is not good, and if you're addicted to it, to McDonald's and all these fatty foods and all this bacon and all these things, you really have to stop eating those things. That's if you really care about your health, and if you really want to live long, achieve your destiny, and die at a ripe old age according to God's promises in the Bible. And please don't put that on God, because I see people do some things and they put that on God. Like sometimes, right, people will eat bad food, eat poison, or eat something that is not really good, and they will start saying stuff like, I'm a child of the Most High God, nothing bad can happen to me, I'm divinely protected, and start calling God's name in vain. The Bible says, well, do not use the Lord's name in vain. And the Bible even says, thou shalt not test the Lord. Remember when Jesus was being tempted by the devil, Jesus said, thou shalt not put your Lord to test. So if you know that something is not good for your health, don't do it and put that on God. Because most of the time when these people get sick, they will start blaming God or start saying some stuff that are not really nice. So make sure you avoid bad foods, avoid carcinogenic foods. They are all on the website. If you go on the internet and you type those things, you will find a whole list of those foods that are carcinogenic. Avoid them, because we live in a world that it's much more easier to get cancer nowadays, especially if you're living in the West. And if you don't want to do it for your own self, please do it for your kids, because these things can be passed down from generation to generation. So you might not have cancer, but because you did something bad with your health, your kids can get cancer because of your stupidity. That is what happens. We call it a generational curse. Even the doctors know about curses, that there are diseases that can be passed down from one generation to another generation. So that's pretty much it for this video. Please avoid carcinogenic foods, processed meats, don't eat that. All those companies, I won't call their names because I don't want to get censored by the algorithm, but you know those companies. So just avoid processed meats if you really want to live healthy in this short time we're having on this earth. Anyways, with that said, that is it for this video. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Thanks for watching. If you're new, subscribe, hit that like button, and see you guys in the next video. God bless you. Bye.